News Channel 8. You're watching Good Morning Washington.
7:44, and you're going to have to excuse our language just for the next few minutes, but it's all for a good reason. In her debut book, Rich Bitch, money expert Nicole Lapin offered readers a 12-step guide to tackling their finances. And now the best-selling author is back with a plan to take charge of your career with the new book, Boss Bitch. It's available now, and Nicole is here this morning with what we need to know to become our own boss. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning, Audrey. You're already a boss, sister.
I want to be a boss like in your book.
You got this.
What does that mean?
So being a boss of you means being a boss wherever you are. You don't need to have employees to be a boss. It's broken down into 3 sections. Being the boss of you, being the boss within a bigger company. So obviously you're entrepreneurial here, Audria, creating series, doing all sorts of cool stuff. And then being the boss of your own business. And women in particular go through a lot of different stages in our lives. Like we could work for someone else. We could be the CEO of our family and all sorts of different permutations.
Well, when you talk about being the boss of you, I would think that a lot of women think maybe that they are controlling their own lives, that they are controlling their own destiny, but really that's not the case.
It's really about having the confidence. I am on this kick. Please stop saying sorry, everybody. Why do we say sorry all the time? It really is coming from a place of empowerment. I am the least likely person, Autria, honestly, to become a financial expert or anything. I grew up in an immigrant family, first-generation American, didn't grow up with the Wall Street Journal on the kitchen counter, and just figured out that I needed to speak this language. And that's the most intimidating thing, the language of money.
I like
to join the conversation.
I was watching another interview that you did, and you went through, when you were on Rachel Ray the other day, and you went through and kind of picked apart a very common phrase that women in particular will say when they're trying to get their boss's attention. And I just wondered if you might have a moment to maybe discuss what's wrong with that.
It is coming from a qualifier, and also thank you. So, Audrey, just do me a favor, compliment my hair for a second.
Your hair looks great today.
Oh, the dry shampoo, and it's so frizzy, and it's raining outside. Your hair looks amazing. Okay, compliment me again.
Okay, your hair looks great today.
Thank you.
That's simple.
That's it.
Okay.
It's that simple. And honestly, I also wrote a financial dictionary in the back of both my books. You're welcome. I take an unconventional stance. I argue for the morning latte. I break this down because this is a language just like anything else. We just don't learn this stuff in school. Like, why do we need to know the Pythagorean theorem? Geometry. Hello.
Yes.
I don't know. Can we learn to do a business plan? Please.
Yeah.
Or a
learn how to ask
or whatever.
Raise.
I'm super jazzed to be partnering up with Capital One, too. It's Financial Literacy Month.
It is.
It's like my month. Like, I need to call. Who do I call around here to make this named after me?
Okay, well, speaking of Financial One, we've got some really interesting statistics here about Washingtonians in particular. Almost a third of Washingtonians admit that they have little to no financial knowledge. So kind of piggybacking off what you just said about what we don't learn in school.
Right, that's bananas.
Right. Why is it, though, that we don't have this financial knowledge?
We can't bury our head in the sand. You know, again, it's not our fault that we didn't learn it. And if you grew up in a family like mine where we didn't talk about this stuff, or a lot of times with our girlfriends, it's really taboo. It's up to you to learn this language. Okay, and then back to that full screen, 91% of Washingtonians say that their financial institution, so their bank, doesn't do anything to answer the questions that they have and try and get them on a path to, financial freedom. Yeah, so what's really cool about Capital One is they also have this credit-wise system where you can get your free credit score. You don't even need to be a Capital One member or anything. You can just go there. You can check your credit score 50 times a day. I don't care. That's cool because sometimes it dings your credit score. But this lets you do it all day, every day if you want. So more power to you. The credit score is really important for your financial life. You need to know what it is. You totally need to know what it needs. Okay, back to the book. You talked about being the boss of you. You talked about how to be the boss at work. I think a lot of women, maybe when they hit motherhood, decide that's when they want to become the entrepreneur, the mom-entrepreneur. What does it mean to be your own boss or try to become the boss of your own? I think about being the boss of your own is finding the brand. That's the only thing that's portable, right? So you can, I think a career well had is more like a rope swing than a career ladder these days. Like it's not your mama's career ladder. Going from thing to thing, it's more fun. The view is much better. And again, it's finding that empowerment for yourself, that financial literacy. Again, this is your month, y'all. Get it right now. Learn this language and feel more empowered. That's what it's all about. I love it. You've only been here for 2 minutes and you picked up the y'all. So for someone who is looking at you and saying, gosh, she's done exactly what I want to do. She had this career. She knew what she was good at and she's parlayed it into something else. What's your advice to that person that may be wanting to branch out? Just honestly, go with life. I grew up in a broken home. I had to start working when I was 15 years old. I wasn't expecting to get a job on the floor of the stock exchange at 18, and I did. And what I realized is that money is that language. I just didn't have a Rosetta Stone for it, and neither do anyone else. And so fast forward 10 years later, I'm happy to help my former self speak that language too. And a ton of Washingtonians also believe that understanding financial knowledge helps to contribute to their overall success and well-being. And people who understand it are also less likely to be stressed. So here's my pledge, Atria, be with me. Let's be less stressed and more successful, please. And financial literacy will get you there.
Done it. Done. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's put the information up on the screen. You have got an event tonight, a book signing event, 4 to 6 o'clock this afternoon, this evening at Alice and Olivia.
Come hang out with me
in Georgetown. Come see Nicole, get your Boss Bitch book, and get it signed. Thank you so much.
Mama.
Thank you.